Once upon a time, far away in the silvery skies, there was a kingdom of fairies who lived on the moon. Their tiny, sparkling wings glimmered in the moonlight, and their homes were made of shimmering stardust and moonbeams. These fairies were kind and helpful, always busy keeping the moon's glow bright and beautiful. At the very heart of this magical kingdom was their wise and brave leader, Queen Luna. She had wings that sparkled with the colors of the galaxy, and her crown was made of the finest stardust, glittering with the light of 1,000 stars. She cared deeply for her people, always making sure they were safe and happy. One peaceful night, as the moon bathed in soft, silvery light, something terrible happened. From the shadowy side of the moon, a giant, lumbering monster appeared. It was as big as a mountain and had dark, spiky fur that seemed to absorb all light around it. Its glowing red eyes scanned the moon, and with a mighty roar it began stomping through the fairy kingdom, crushing everything in its path. The fairies fluttered in panic, hiding behind moon rocks and craters. Queen Luna stood tall and calm, even as the ground shook beneath her tiny feet. She knew she had to protect her people and her home. "Fear not, my dear friends," Queen Luna called out to her fairies. "I will face this monster and keep our kingdom safe. Stay hidden and trust in the magic of the moon." Queen Luna spread her wings wide and soared into the sky. The moon glowed brighter and brighter as she called upon the ancient magic that lived in every star, every comet, and every moonbeam. With a wave of her hand, she summoned the moon's powers to create a shimmering shield around her. The monster roared again, swinging its giant claws, but Queen Luna was too quick. She darted around it, weaving through the air like a comet, her wings leaving trails of sparkling stardust. As the monster lunged at her, Queen Luna raised her hand and sent a beam of moonlight straight into the sky. The beam split into thousands of tiny, twinkling lights, which surrounded the monster, making it feel lighter and weaker with each passing second. "You cannot take our home," Queen Luna shouted, her voice as steady as the stars themselves. "The moon will always shine, and so will the heart of every fairy who lives here." The monster howled, trying to swipe at the sparkling lights, but the magic was too strong. Slowly, the monster began to shrink. The more it struggled, the smaller and weaker it became, until it was no bigger than a moonstone. With a final, gentle touch, Queen Luna turned it into a tiny, harmless creature that scurried away, never to return. The fairies cheered, their tiny voices ringing through the air. They all rushed out of their hiding spots, fluttering around Queen Luna, who smiled warmly at them. "You were brave, my fair ones," Queen Luna said. "But remember, it is not just magic that makes us strong. It is our love for each other and our home that gives us the power to face any challenge." And so, the fairies celebrated under the sparkling stars, knowing that no matter what happened, they would always be safe with Queen Luna watching over them. From that day forward, the moon glowed even brighter, and the fairies lived in peace, always ready to protect their magical home. And whenever a child looked up at the moon at night, they could see tiny glimmers of stardust sparkling in the sky, a reminder of the fairies' bravery and the power of love and light.